Teased it a little bit. ChatGPT ads. What's coming? I saw something about this. I don't know, this week. Maybe it was last week. Anyways, what's coming? Why are you so pumped about it?
So we've transitioned this year our business model from an agency to a software. And the software manages ads for people so they don't have to spend so much. Well, we are releasing the ChatGPT ads feature to where somebody can log in and run ChatGPT ads. Why is this important? I mentioned it Google ads in 2002, Facebook ads. When something's new, you don't have competition. And when you don't have competition, you don't have to pay hardly anything. And it was your point on YouTube. I would totally do YouTube ads if I only pay if somebody watches past a certain point. Well, with ChatGPT ads, you have to pay more if somebody's outbidding you. So if I'm on there competing with Google, Google's obviously going to pay way more than I'm able to pay. But if Google's not even on there and I'm the only one in my industry, I pay pennies. And you only have to pay if they click on your solution. And the biggest bottleneck is if I run Facebook ads, I have to have all these creatives, I have to have images, I got to get videos made and all this stuff. You don't have to do anything for ChatGPT. You are just the one answering the question with text. And so millions of views, pennies per view. You don't have to spend time on creatives. You just are the person that runs an ad that answers the ideal question. And how it's going to be is if somebody says, "Hey, how do I set up YouTube ads?" I can run an ad that says, "Here's how you set up YouTube ads." And so think about you and your brain, right? If what's that ideal search I want to show up for when my ideal customer searches for it? How do I sell my business? And all of a sudden, you're the number one sponsored post saying this is exactly how you're selling your business. And you only have to pay pennies for that. Now, it's not going to be pennies for long. People are going to catch on. But for this next year, the pricing is going to be so low that you'll be able to scale a business just running those ads.
Okay, so you
I'm
mentioned
excited, by the
Google.
way.
Oh yeah, I'm excited hearing you talk about it. So you mentioned Google and Facebook. We talked about that. With those platforms, you can go to the back end and kind of see what people are searching for. So does OpenAI have a way for you guys or for me to go see? Because I can think, well, how to sell my business, and I could type it in there. But sometimes I might go, actually, owners when they go to sell, it might be too late for them. So I want to get them then, but I also want to get them before. So like, if I want to figure out what they're typing, does OpenAI have that data available so that you can see what people are actually, prompting in the ChatGPT screen?
So that's what we're building in our software. So when you log in and work with automation links, we're going to tell you exactly what how to set up your ad and which keywords to put in there for what people are searching for. So we know based on common searches from Google, ChatGPT's been selling our data, even though they say they haven't been. We know those search terms they're called, and we know how to set those up. Uh, It's not even live yet, so I don't know if they will have that. I'm sure they will have some estimates for us once we're in there, but it needs to be based on what our customer's searching for, not what ChatGPT says. So you just like you said, ChatGPT
Yeah.
might say how to sell the business, but you're like, no, 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 that's not my ideal customer. My ideal customer actually would search for this, and that's where the true gold is.
Yeah. And to your point about OpenAI selling the data. This isn't a political comment. I would say this is if it was right or left, it doesn't matter. But we've seen the news about the tariffs might be overturned, and I just have, and the news keeps getting delayed, and I'm like, I just have to wonder if the judges are like, "Hey, CEO Tom, yeah, we're gonna overturn them. Get ready," And so even though
Yep.
for us it's not available, you just have to assume that big corporations are doing, look over here while we do something over here, and so they have the data, and it only makes sense that they sell the data at some point. And that's how Facebook started out, right? Facebook acted like it was this, to connect and social networking and talking. Well, now it's a huge. It's just a marketing platform. That's really all it is, and you are the person that they're trying to get someone to pay an ad to run in front of. That's all. That's all it is. And so ChatGPT, can they make money off of what was it, $20 a month for ads? I mean, subscriptions right now? Probably not. And so ads make a ton of sense. That's everything goes to ads. That's how it is.
Yeah, these companies, I mean, TikTok did it best. Google even did it. Google makes all their money. Google is so profitable that they can offer Gemini, they can offer all these things to outbeat everyone because they make so much money from selling our data and selling ads. Same for TikTok. They made all their money by selling our address and our phone number and exactly what we're searching for and ads. Facebook, even X, even LinkedIn. They only make their money from data and ads. That's their number one revenue. So, of course, ChatGPT is going that route. I think they partnered with Apple a year ago to start with this data collection stuff. So ChatGPT's core business and how they're going to be profitable is selling what we search for. Brad Smith searched for this on a Blackstone grill. They're going to sell that to Blackstone, and they're going to run ads and text me all day. And then they're going to say an ad, and we're going to make money off ads as well because we have millions of people using it.
And one thing I do wonder about is with ChatGPT right now, they do a good job of you ask a question, it gives you an answer, and then it says, "Oh, do you want me to do this or tell you this?" Or it's built in to keep engaging the platform. I do wonder at some point if that with the ad model, if it would be like, "Oh, you asked about the best type of beef to buy. Do you want to know about the best type of beef that goes on the Blackstone grill?" Because it's a sneaky way to get the ad in there. So they've because I will ask it questions and it's like, "Oh, well, you're doing this." I'm like, no, I wasn't asking about that at all. I just wanted to know this answer. And so if they're rolling out ads, I suspect that part of that will be they've already conditioned you to expect them to ask a question to keep engaging. That the ad will, not the ad per se, but the prompt to get you to the ad will be baked into the system.
Well, I mean, it's competition ads. Every ad platform has it. The
Yep.
easiest one is just let's just use shoes. What's the latest Adidas shoes, like men's shoes? And the first ad that will show up will be a Nike shoe.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I don't know if Google has this. You might know, but ChatGPT, I'm sure I'm thinking through this here as you're saying this. So tell me if I'm stupid. But if you go, I want a running shoe, and then you buy it from an ad or from a link on their platform, and then they know that customers that buy that shoe within, we'll say 6 months, 6 months buy another shoe, it's quite possible that they will feed that type of data as well to Adidas or whoever it is, going, okay, hey, Brad just bought a shoe 6 months ago. The data says he's going to be looking soon. Do you want to start putting those, that messaging in there as well? So because they have that kind of information already.
100%. Yep.
Yeah. So
And
it's about to get
so
wild. You're
that
saying.
it's about to get wild. And like as an example, what we're going to do for us and recommend our clients do is find 3 to 5 things you want, your ideal customer is searching for, and run some ads on those. It's not going to be a lot at first, $5 a day or something. So you show up and you get that customer before your competition does. And also there'll be retargeting. So anyone that comes to my website, when they log into ChatGPT, they will see my ad because I know that they already were on my website. They already watched my YouTube videos. And every time they log into ChatGPT, they're going to see automation links.
Okay. So if I'm hearing this, I've worried a lot about SEO over the years. I'm just making this up. I haven't, but if I have, I've worried about SEO. Is this SEO going away? Does it change? What are your thoughts on that?
So you're exactly what you're doing with the videos. I think YouTube videos are the best SEO because of how you're repurposing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more social signals than SEO now.
Okay.
So it's just having that brand name on every channel and helping answer questions. So SEO, as in like a long blog post, no one cares.
Mm-hmm.
But SEO is in I'm answering a specific question on every channel. Yes.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Well, as this rolls out, man, I've got to get you back on. Now, just so we'll pull the curtain
Yep.
back here. Brad's been nice enough to come on before this is publicly being talked about. So when this goes live, you will get to hear this. But Brad's already working on this, and so he's done a lot of prep work. So thank you for pulling the curtain back, and then we won't release this until you've told us to. But
Cool.
I'm so excited. So 6 months, a year from now, I'd love to get you back on to hear how this is, because if you're an owner and you're trying to build a valuable business, and the key here for owners is to understand that new revenue doesn't always translate day one. It has to be sustainable, predictable, stuff like that. So you can go get these ads and then have a bunch of money come into your bank account, but a buyer is going to go, well, how do you maintain that? So this is a play to get you there, and then you got to figure out how to keep it recurring and predictable, stuff like that. But this is something, as I'm interpreting this, okay, you mentioned in 2002. I was still in high school then, so okay, I graduated in '03. So I'm familiar, but not
Yes.
not as well as you are. But this is something that can be a launching point, because once you start getting in new customers, it's not just ChatGPT, it's word of mouth referrals, right? I've got clients come in from word of mouth referrals. And so expanding your base and getting people to talk about you organically and saying, oh, hire Brad because he's good at this, is worth a ton of money. And so this is a way to help you get to that next level, and then keep running those ads and keep growing. But then you will see second and third level clients come, because someone who doesn't use ChatGPT was told by someone who did find you on ChatGPT to hire you, and it's like, oh, they forgot even how they found you. Great, and so I'm super excited about this. So yeah, I want to do a follow up in a few months, 6 months or whatever it is,
We have to.
uh, to hear how this is going, because this could be wild.
I've got a good number for everyone. That I talk about the rule of seven follow-ups. Well, now it's 24 times somebody has to see you on three platforms. So before they remember and trust you. So now my ideal customer finds me from ChatGPT. Then they see my YouTube video. Then they get an email from me. Then they see me again and again and again. And over those 1 to 3 months, okay, yes, it's time to exit. Call Ryan because I've seen you that many times. So sounds like a
Yeah,
lot. It is a lot of work. Set aside a little bit of time or a little bit of money for somebody to help you with this. I think it's huge payoffs.
it is. And on that, I think that I'm not the best speaker, I'm not the best looking person in the world. If you know the numbers that you need to grow your business, then those metrics become kind of vanity metrics. Oh, they're going to hire someone who looks super swole and look hormosy and all this stuff. Well, some people want that, but some people don't, right? But you have to understand where your numbers actually are to grow your business. And if you don't, then you get caught up in all these other things. But if someone sees me, to your point, you know, 5, 6, 7, 10, 24 times. Well, there's something that's kind of implied there, is that they like seeing me, right? Because otherwise they'll
Yeah.
say, no, I don't dislike, don't show me this again. They will go away. They're like, no, I don't want to hear this
Yeah.
person. If they do like me, they're going to hit the like or leave a comment, or, YouTube will keep showing them stuff. And the final thing I'll say about YouTube is I was doing some research last year on some pricing stuff. And so I was pricing, uh, there's divorce coaches. I didn't even know that existed. And so I looked up divorce coaches. I was just curious, like, what the offer was. And so then YouTube started showing me all this divorce coaching stuff. And I was like, sweetie, I'm not looking to get a divorce. If you come off and you see this, I was just doing some research. But that's how powerful YouTube is. And so ChatGPT ads
Yeah.
are going to be the same way, right? Because it's going to know, okay, hey, this person's looking for this. They engage with it. We got to show them some more, because I was watching the videos to figure out how they're positioning themselves. And so I wasn't wanting to offer that.
Yeah.
I was just curious how they structured their packages. And so, anyways, so
That's
okay,
great.
Brad, where can people connect with you and your team at?
Automationlinks.com. Want to just encourage everyone just to sign up for our software. You can get signed up and start seeing all these search terms that you could be doing. Like we break it down every day. This is what you should post every day to rank on ChatGPT. So just feel free to go sign up there, and you'll be getting some videos from me showing you how to do it.